If you're like most people, you probably left your New Year's resolutions behind months ago, but summer is a great time to recommit to your goals. Here with some help, please welcome back the author of Maximum Performance and Productivity, motivational speaker George Carroll. Hi, George.
Hi. Good to see you again.
I can tell you're a motivational speaker. You're getting the crowd all ready and riled up.
Exactly.
I love it. Okay.
I'm fired up most of the time, but the thing is, at the beginning of the year, people get so fired up about their goals, right? They set New Year's resolutions,
yes.
They set New Year's goals, and they get really fired up, and then a month in, they kind of give up. So 92% of people don't achieve their goals because they just give up too early. So it's a good time mid-year to check in, and now it's time to realign and reconnect with our goals.
So how do we do that?
Well, there's a few ways to do it. One opinion that a personal opinion I want to share is that in order for us to feel happy or fulfilled or a sense of aliveness is that we have to be working on projects that are important and meaningful for us as individuals because it provides a sense of growth. And because we're living organisms, growth is a natural part of life. Here's the big distinction is that if somebody retires at 65 and they do nothing, they basically stop stimulating their brain and their nervous system for growth. It's like they have nothing
to live for.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so they start to go down this deterioration mode.
Right.
But people who retire and let's say they learn a new language or they travel or they volunteer their time or they start a business or whatever it is, they stay stimulated, they stay in growth mode, and those are the people that live.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have some great tips.
I do have some great tips.
So let's talk about the first one, which is celebrate your wins.
You got to celebrate your wins. You got to celebrate, because the reason why is our brain looks for what we consistently focus on.
I 100%, 1,000% believe that, and I'm living proof.
Yeah? You have an example for us?
Well, I think I've talked about this before, but like one year I wrote down all the things that I wanted, and I just thought about those things all the time, and then one by one I started picking them off. They just magically happened, and because I was thinking about them.
Right. See how powerful we are.
Yeah.
You know, a common example is anytime we typically get a new car, we tend to see our same car everywhere we go. And that happens because we're doing the research on the car, we go test drive the car, we're taking selfies of ourselves, put it on Facebook so everybody can see our new car.
Yes.
And all of a sudden our brain, because we're focusing on that, our brain says, okay, that must be important, let's find more of it.
Right.
And it works in the opposite direction too. If we are focused on things that aren't going well or we're just complaining all the time, we're going to find more things to complain about.
It's so true. Yeah. Okay, so your next tip is surround yourself with happy and motivated people.
So you have to surround yourself with happy and motivated people because the people that we spend the most time with have the biggest influence on our moods, our emotions.
Right.
And so a great story, when I was little, growing up in a neighborhood with kids that were 3 and 4 years older than me, we played football all the time. So when we'd go play football, I'd have to really level up my game to play at their level. And I learned really fast the importance of surrounding yourself with people who were better than you, because by the time I got into organized sports when I was in 3rd grade and 4th grade, I just blew it out of the water because I was so used to playing kids who were older and better than me. Same thing in life, and as we go toward our goals, if we surround ourselves with people who are complaining all the time, it drains our energy.
Oh, it really does.
Yeah, so misery loves company, but so does motivation, and I'm personally somebody who needs to be around other motivated people because I feed off that energy.
Oh, I do too.
Yes.
I think everybody does whether they know it or not. Right?
Yeah.
Okay, so next tip, anticipate setbacks and being uncomfortable.
This is an important one because I think a lot of people, they set a goal and they think, okay, it's going to be all butterflies and ponies and puppies. You know, it's going to be easy cruising, but it's not. Life's not like that. So I think if we can anticipate setbacks and anticipate that it's going to be uncomfortable, because anytime that we step out of our comfort zone, we're going to feel uncomfortable.
Right, but you're also then going to grow when you get past it.
Exactly, Tammy, exactly.
So the anticipate the setbacks, then you can reframe things in your brain. Like when I moved into my teeny tiny condo and my bedroom that Sunita Sitar says is really bad feng shui. It's like, no, I love my bedroom. So, like, I don't know if that applies to your goal setting, George, but I just think reframing the brain is really important.
Totally important. Yeah. So when we anticipate setbacks and they happen, we're not like sidetracked by them.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times what happens, people set a goal and they think, okay, this is going to be great, and then boom, they get hit by a challenge, and they just didn't anticipate it, and all of a sudden they're off their goals. They stop doing it.
Well, you have a few more goals, and we'll have all this great information on our website. So I'm sorry we didn't get to it today.
Oh, we didn't get to it?
We didn't get to it.
We're going to have to do a part 2.
That's a setback.
Let's do a part 2.